So, Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well. It's locked. Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reid.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin color that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reid.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reid. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Goodbye, Milton. Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reid, any good news to share?
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadogan fellow.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. Good evening.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Nurse. Good evening.
Good evening,
Goodbye, Milton.
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reid.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes? Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
You should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
Do you need medical help yourself, nurse?
I'm fine, really. I just need to sleep.
What step?
I don't know.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. Good evening, Mr.
Dr. Reid.
What do you mean?
I was not.
You remain.
Thank you.
What is
The situation has always been tough.
Has the... Who leads the gang?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his...
How did you...
I had received a letter.
You dared...
I'm just a man.
Why?
William...
Do you...
Tom.
Who's...
Not Reid.
People...
How could it...
Have you made...
Not Reid.
You never...
You're preaching.
What?
I manage...
Not
at...
What?
That's a very...
How do you...
I feel...
You're in good...
Thank you.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
So many deaths. And what of my own life?
Good evening, Miss...
I need blood, Doctor. Warm.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Would you say you and...
No, Thomas is a delicate soul.
Do you plan to make...
Of course not.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities. Good evening.
Eve.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Daily routine.
Good evening, sir.
Reid, yes, I've been...
Does my...
Let us just...
Since you're
Let's just...
careless,
We're...
I don't...
Mod...
If you...
Doctor...
I know...
Oh.
Aren't you?
Don't be ridiculous.
It's...
I ref...
We cannot... I don't... And what?
I said...
Be careful.
I only...
Knowledge.
It is not a...
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
What can...
I will not let you down,
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Good evening.
No, I don't want to.
I suppose...
Yes.
Could you at least tell me your name?
Mort.
Tell me.
I don't want...
Admit it, Mortimer. Your mother had you hospitalized here.
Yes.
All right, then.
Call it what you want, Doctor.
Can I help you?
I wrote a letter for my mother.
I see. And...
Yes. And I don't want any...
You can trust me. I won't report you to the...
I guess I should...
How...
So pain...
I'll let...
Good evening, sir.
This hospital...
Doctor.
Good evening, madam.
It's my...
I'm
bit...
Your son wished to die, Beatrice.
Are you not aware suicide is a crime?
I understand you fear the legal...
All my...
What...
I have...
Is there something...
Some of...
Tell me...
The ambulance...
What do you mean?
She meant...
She...
Yes. I don't...
What can you...
Not much.
May I...
I'm a tea...
Are you...
Yes.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening.
I'm okay.
How...
So pain...
I'm sure...
Not really.
I see.
Yes,
How...
So...
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad...
My mother just wants the best for me.
Pembroke...
Stop.
Is your mother...
That's temp...
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening, sir.
I don't know it.
I see.
I'm Harvey.
Tell me.
Strict.
What do you...
I often...
Tell me.
I'm just a...
I was more...
I'm a
Are you...
Well,
I won't...
Are you...
In others... Goodbye for now.
I will not let
Good evening.
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir.
You are not a bird.
And you have my
I have to go.
I'm all right. Don't waste
Good
your
evening,
time
Doctor.
with me.
Goodbye. Good evening.
I'm okay.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
my sweet girl. Reads you like a book. I never could keep anything from her.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be Doctor, I am What can... Well, it is all... Do you... Well, do you want... Oh, no. I see. You seem... Question true. Please... I'm a... I'd rather... As long... You're not the first... What may... I'm not... Of course... What? It's a shed with the... I believe. So you... But... Doctor... Tell... Harvey Fiddick, is it... What is it? Fair question. Tell... Alfred, but what? Because... This,
I agree.
do you think...
All...
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland. Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
You don't mind if I search your pockets, do you, sir? You won't need any of these anyway. I'm not stealing from you, mister. I'm only redistributing your belongings to people who need them more than you. You see, no one has claimed your body, sir, so it would be such a shame to bury you with your valuables. I will not forget you, sir, and I thank you for your generous donation.